So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Good job of getting his head around to look the football in.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
57's the mic. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalid Kareem able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. He was trying to keep his eye.
The technique, but if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
57's the mic. Mike 57.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He gets it to James White. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast
true.
start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying. Knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's going to go down again. It's John Simon with a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
On the return.
New England trying to get a place on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check, 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 check. Mike 50.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was brought down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
56 is the Mike. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Now Burrow on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brandon Copeland just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Second down pass.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go, D. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On first down, Michelle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. 20. I got you. I got you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep. Check 50. Check 50. Hey!
On 2nd and 7, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Joe Mixon, the Bengal ball.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10. That's the end of the first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Give these tracks. Let's go. Riggs. Stay with your man. Check 59. Right. 59.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Copeland, his 2nd sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Pats will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the 1st down sack. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st down, Newton being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st down.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Able to get away. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there.
Defense.
No!
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because
rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's taken in by Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Off the draw, here's Michel. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Gun.
3rd and 2, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
57 to Mike. Big stop, D.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Well, man, open down the middle of the field. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
To throw again. Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready? 933.
Again, Newton to Michelle on the screen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful.
First and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Ryan Izzo there to make the grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Bengals nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion,
anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 59's mark. 59's mark.
They go play action with Burrow. Voids the target, and he hits it over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Cincinnati.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
T. Higgins, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that, because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone.
Okay.
Start here at the 25. New England trying to get to place on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 28. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
20.
Throwing again. Newton. And he comes back with one complete. Now a timeout taken.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Now Newton on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Great. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. 20. Rush in. Wide. Get wide. Hey. Check 24.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone. The EA Sports Halftime. 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 18.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
Okay.
But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 5 yards.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
From the gun, Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his right. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Gun.
Operating from the gun. Newton, throw caught here by Bird. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Margus Hunt providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Mike, check, 59.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shalik Calhoun. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton flushed out right. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Taken down at the
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, check. 56.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
20. 56. Mike, 56.
They will go for it. Now Newton. He may try and run for this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
6-yard pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
46-yard line.
Right there, 56. You remember me? You remember me?
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Bengals.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 59, Mike.
Burrow on play action.
Get in the way with him.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Shalit Calhoun, his second sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they go play action now. Burrow. Looking sideline, incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Able to find Higgins. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Check 24, check 24. Great. 57's the mic, watch 57. Let's go. Express. Great. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
57's Mike. Gun. Gun out, ready? 57. Mike, 57. Hey.
Second and 10. Newton again. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Watch the pass. Gun. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run.
On first down, Newton. And this is incomplete. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me.
To throw again. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On first and 10, Newton escaping the... And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Strip that ball. 8.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Mike 57. Mike 57. Man, I got you. 8. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Newton dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time
for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Burrow will throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joe Burrow sacked.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Receiving team.
What they call?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 56. Mike 50. Great. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
From the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Newton sacked.
Carl Lawson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
20. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
To try again after the sack. Newton eluding the Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Cincinnati.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He finds his running back, Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. throwing now is Huber as he sends it away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for New England. 45 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
20. 57. Mike, 57. Come on, D. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. 8. Target.
From the gun, Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the red zone now, Newton. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Izzo, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Ryan Izzo, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
57's Mike. 65.
On 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 17-14, a minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross, 72 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Austin Simon.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to pull him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now all eyes on the Patriots, trailing by 4. Just over a minute 40 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
Here we go, G. Gun. Here I come. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Double dog. That's the way. 20.
Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34-yard line. Now it's Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
50-yard line.
Ready? Zakini. 50 seconds to Mike. 8, 2. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
From the 50, Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
But they picked up a little.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Ready at 8. 56. They can't hang with us. 56 is Mike. 56 is Greg. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls is down, incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, but it's going to be second down.
Second down and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's pick it up.
One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
Patriots.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.